My name is Daniel Mercer. I'm 35 years old now. This story happened when I was 32, and I'm telling it because people love revenge stories. But they rarely talk about what revenge actually costs. This isn't a victory story. It's a consequence story. Because sometimes you win and still lose something you never get back. Who I was before. Before any of this happened, I was boring, and I liked it that way. I worked as an operations analyst at a mid-sized logistics firm in Ohio. Married. No kids yet. Quiet routines. Predictable life. My wife, Emily, used to joke that I lived inside my own head more than anywhere else. She wasn't wrong. I didn't chase attention. I didn't compete for dominance. I believed competence spoke for itself. That belief almost broke me. Evan Brooks, 41. Director-level energy without director-level authority. Loud, charming, always on. People like Evan sense quiet men immediately. They can't read you, and that scares them. At first, he praised my work. Then leadership started noticing my reports. And suddenly, I wasn't invisible anymore. That's when Evan decided I was a problem. Death by 1,000 cuts. He never attacked directly. Instead, my ideas were misunderstood. My emails were too blunt. My silence was concerning. Meetings changed. I'd speak, no response. Someone else would repeat it. Applause. When I pushed back privately, Evan smiled. You need to be more of a team player, Daniel. Translation. Stay small. The public humiliation. The first time he humiliated me publicly, something inside me cracked. A shipment issue, not mine, but Evan framed it as my oversight in front of leadership. I tried to explain. He cut me off. Afterward, he said, quietly, "This isn't personal. It's business." That's when I realized something dangerous. He wouldn't stop until I was gone. HR, the false safe place. I went to HR. Calm, prepared, documented. They nodded, took notes. 2 weeks later, I was placed under performance observation. Evan smiled when he delivered the news. Let's treat this as an opportunity. That night, I didn't sleep. Emily noticed. The first real loss. Stress doesn't announce itself. It leaks. I stopped eating properly. Stopped sleeping. Stopped talking. Emily asked if I was okay. I lied. Men like me always lie at this stage. Because admitting weakness feels like giving the enemy proof. The PIP. 3 months later, the performance improvement plan landed. Unclear goals. Moving deadlines. Verbal instructions never written. This wasn't correction. It was execution with paperwork. I started recording everything. Not revenge, survival. The thing I shouldn't have found. Accessing audit archives was routine. What I found wasn't. Small irregularities. Vendor payments. Approval chains. At first, I assumed error. Then I saw the pattern. Evan wasn't just unethical. He was stealing. And worse, he was good at it. The choice. This is where stories usually turn heroic. Mine didn't, because I hesitated. Reporting Evan wouldn't save my job. It wouldn't undo the damage. And it would paint a target on my back. Emily wanted me to quit. I told her I needed time. That conversation never ended. The cost at home. I became obsessed. Every night, more data. More timelines. More proof. Emily started sleeping earlier. Talking less. One night she said, "You're not here anymore." I told her, "I just need to finish something." I didn't realize what I was finishing. Crossing the point of no return. When Evan escalated, documenting fabricated failures, I knew it was over. I went to internal compliance. No emotion, no accusations, just facts. Cold, organized, complete. The investigator didn't react. That scared me more than anger would have. The weight. Revenge isn't satisfying in real time. It's anxiety. Every email felt dangerous. Every meeting felt watched. Emily asked if this would end soon. I said yes. I was wrong. The day everything collapsed. Evan didn't show up one Monday. No explanation. Laura was reassigned. 2 weeks later, compliance sealed Evan's office. Leadership sent a vague email about ethical violations. No names, but everyone knew. People whispered. No one looked at me. The part no one talks about. Evan was gone, but I wasn't saved. My PIP remained. HR told me it was unrelated. I realized the truth too late. I had destroyed him, but not the system that allowed him. The second loss. Emily left 3 months later. Not dramatically. Quietly. She said, "You won, but you disappeared." I didn't argue, because she was right. Part 16, the empty victory. I resigned shortly after. No celebration. No relief. Just exhaustion. New job. Better pay. Clean reputation. But something inside me stayed tense, like the threat never ended. What happened to Evan? I looked him up once. Compliance violations follow you. He never recovered. Lower roles. Short contracts. No leadership. His name became a warning. I expected satisfaction. I felt nothing. Final. The truth about revenge. People ask if I'd do it again. Here's the truth. Yes, but I prepared differently. Because revenge doesn't just punish your enemy. It reshapes you. It teaches you how far you're willing to go and what you're willing to lose. I didn't scream. I didn't threaten. I waited. And when I acted, I made sure he never stood above anyone again. But silence has a cost. And sometimes you pay it long after the enemy is gone. They say revenge is empty. That's not true. It's heavy. And once you carry it, you never put it down the same way you picked it up. Thanks for listening my story.